Hello guys, this is Wesnator88 here, back again with an episode of Farming Simulator 2022. Now, what I've done is I've got a worker actually harvesting this field because I've spent ages, obviously, doing quite a few of the fields, as you can see. So this one's going to be harvested now. It would leave me with about 2 lots of fields I could go for afterwards. I may then do them after this video, but I'm going to leave them at the minute. Now, obviously, as you know, in the last episode, I got on the contract for spraying the field, which we're going to take up. And I might take up field 29. Which field is that? That field there. Can I buy that field? No, I'm going to be too short. So I might take up that contract as well. And I've got to take it to Crest Valley. There's no point in that because I've got to lease the train for it. Which means I'll make nothing. Literally, I'll make nothing because I need to rent the train, which is 1,000, which has paid that off. And the bit I'd only make what? A little bit of cash. I could always do it and make a bit extra, I guess. Herbicide. Now that's not bad. 132. Where is field 32? That's a big field. But for that much, I'm not gonna complain. It might take me about, saying that it could fill up the whole thing, and that means I've lost the whole lot. So, ploughing the field, not bad. It doesn't really cost me anything apart from hiring a worker, which is field 70. Which, in all honesty, is going to be a pain considering I hate ploughing myself. It's ready to harvest. Why would I plough a field which is ready to harvest? What? It's ready to harvest and it's not been harvested. What do they have on it? Canola, and they want to plough the field instead of harvesting it. Wow, that's a bit insane. How much is that field then? That's quite expensive. Oh dear. Well, looks like that ain't gonna happen. Anyway, so obviously in the last episode, as you know, like I said, I was on here. So let me get the herbicide out ready. Hopefully it will just expand the amount I need it to, which it is. And unfortunately I've got the wrong size. I have actually come a bit short. Now to make the job a little bit easier, I know I'm not going to make that much money from it. So I do realise that, which is a bit worrying, but I'm going to hire a worker to do the field. For one, it'll save me a little bit of time doing the job myself. And I'll show you guys what the difference is between, or how much I actually make just from harvesting, well, hiring. Yeah, it'll make a little bit of difference. It's not going to make a huge difference. So I should have left that till I actually had what I had there. But obviously I paid for fertiliser, so obviously I'll say about 240 is what I've spent so far on wages. We'll say 240. Just as an estimate. I know I'm going to be spending a bit more because obviously I've got a worker on that field, and obviously I've got a worker on this field. So whatever it is at 240, we'll then halve it, and hopefully my calculator will work when I have it. And then we'll see what exactly I make from doing this field. You are being stupid. Why have you only gone up to there and then decided not to work? Okay, you're being very... What are you doing? Okay. Oh yeah, gonna weed up to that point, then not weed that. That makes no sense. If needs be, I'll just have to weed the top bit myself. It might be the easiest option. That right, that's just weird. Oh, I'll weed the field. I'm just gonna weed for part of it. That's stupid. But if we watch the contracts, we'll see exactly how much has been done, which isn't too much so far, or too bad, I should say. so it's not bad. Obviously, spraying herbicide isn't a hard job. It's not that hard. Again, like I said, I could do it myself. It's just make sure I get the length just right. It's a bit of a tricky one for me to do. Anyway, so while it's doing that, which shouldn't take too long, I'm going to quickly travel to the place, because obviously this is where my greenhouse is. Now, as you can see, I actually got some water in. I filled up the water tank. So it took 2 full tanks and about 3/4 of that tank to fill up the large. As you can see, it is going. And I decided for it, yes, I decided for this, I decided to go with strawberries. Now, I know there's a few videos that are probably out by now about the whole production for the greenhouses. Obviously, I think I mentioned this in the last episode, I can't remember. How the greenhouse works, obviously you've got to fill it up. Obviously with water, so then it can start producing whichever one of the 3 that you choose, which you have to activate. I could have all 3, but I just want the strawberries. So obviously it says how much water you need and how many potatoes you'll get. Now we go for the lettuce and obviously the strawberries. Now altogether, even though the strawberries make the least amount of profit, tomatoes are about in between, and the lettuce you make the most. Obviously you put more water in to get less product, so it's a bit more of a higher demand. Strawberries you put, same amount of water, but you're getting twice the amount of product. And tomatoes, you're evening out water for tomatoes. So I've gone for strawberries. It's a little something different. I know a lot of people just go for lettuce, which I could do. Depending on your game and how it goes, it might be different, especially at the locations. But as you can see here, the lettuce do make the most, 1,200 and a bit. Tomatoes, almost 600, and strawberries, almost 300. So as you can see, strawberries are the less, but you do get them grown a lot quicker. Now as you can see, I've harvested quite a bit of the wheat, the oats, and the cannellonia. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but I really don't care. But canolia, that's the word. See, I'll get it there. So as you can see, oats is probably the most that I'm getting. Now, obviously while that's going on, which means that job's now done over here, so I'll dismiss the worker there. Obviously that work is already finished. And we'll quickly check the contracts. 4% left, so I'm going to try and get this last bit done myself, which is going to be a pain because obviously that is my field and I've got to be extra careful with my field. So I'm going to go up a bit. I'm going to take a hard right turn if I can. Yep. We should get it just about right before I need to start weeding. So turn on the sprayer, which it is, and spray the field, which should complete the last percentage of what I have to do, hopefully, without any problems. Hopefully, come on, spray the field, spray the field, spray the field, spray the field, spray it, spray it, spray it, spray it. Oh, look at that, it's awesome. And turn it off. Which now mean that, I'm hoping, is now done. Which it is. A reimbursement? Wow. What do I have to reimbursement for? What? So I'm paying them. Reimbursement. Oh, reimbursement's what I get paid, I guess, and I hope. Yeah, okay, so I'm reimbursed. I'm guessing it's for the fertilizer the herbicide I have used. That's what the reimbursement is. I always thought I kept paying out. Obviously, the least cost, that's why it's minus. So I got reimbursed for the herbicide I actually used. So you actually do get paid back the amount that they consider I've used, or that they've had to pay out for. Now, so I'm going to unload this before I do anything else, because obviously I'm going to then do the next herbicide. So every time I did it, I always thought that it cost me more. Anyway, like I said, I'd check on the wages, and obviously it may have run a bit longer than what I expected. So we're going to say what I paid $350 for the worker. It's about a price, maybe 300. It's up to you. What you want to decide on that one. So we paid, like I said, about 350. Now, I did mention, I'm pretty sure I mentioned in the last episode as well, that obviously borrowed equipment you can't use on your field or any other field. You can only use it on the field for the job it's required for. This is out the contracts, by the way, guys, not leased items that you use wherever. Now, I know for my field, or one of them, what you would have seen, it wants me, well, I do need to use herbicide or, a weeder, but unfortunately it will be herbicide at this point to get rid of the weeds on this bit of the field just behind my silo. I could use it on the front one, but I'll do it on the one behind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly just show you that unfortunately borrowed equipment, or at least equipment from the contract parts, will not do anything. Now, if I'm right, you can use certain equipment. Now, if I used the harvester but with my own header, it would technically harvest the seeds. Same for the tractors. I can use the tractors because I had to use the tractor to move my water container because it's my actual trailer. It's absolutely fine. Now, if I turn this on, this will be using, and as you can see, this vehicle slash tool is not reserved for contract work, so I can't use this on here. Now, if I do get it where I can show you, if I get one that's actually a harvest job, I will try and harvest. What's that in? A field with my own header, or a header I have leased, but with a harvester. Right, let me unload the herbicide, which is there. Yay! I'm then going to get out. So unfortunately, I don't need this tractor anymore because it's done its job. So we're going to go down to here, so you can see. Like I said, it's about 350, maybe less than that, but we'll say 300 just for the sakes of it. So I'm not going to get reimbursed for the herbicide because that isn't in the tank anymore. That's actually on my person, so that's why I don't get reimbursed it. So it's just minusing what is there. So we're going to collect that. Aha! And I made 1,888 for the contract. Now, obviously, I've still got the herbicide that I paid out for. Now, herbicide is, as you guys know, 2,000. So technically, I've not made anything back from the contract, which is yet again annoying. Now, if you're doing it on the harder settings, easier settings, you may do it a bit easier. But in theory, I should be able to spread this out between two more, maybe if I'm lucky, 3. I'm going to say 61 and 63. I should be able to split between, because it should just do them both. Let me just double check how big the fields are. Doing that. Right, 61 is there and 63 is there, so I should be able to do both of them. Fingers crossed with just this bit of herbicide. I'm hoping. I'm not going to guarantee it, but might be able to if I'm lucky. Anyway, let me just move this vehicle here. Let me drop that. Let me do that. And I'm going to turn this around. Now, unfortunately, because I do have destructive crops on, as you noticed, I did destroy part of the crop with the back wheels. So I do have to be careful. Now, if this harvester had narrow ties, it wouldn't destroy the field. Unfortunately, I've got standard or wide ties. Unfortunately, you can't change the size of the ties on this, so unfortunately it does destroy my crops, which is a bit upsetting, really. Anyway, I'm going to get this unloaded. I'm going to get the harvester going, and I'm going to get on with the next part, or my plan of what I'm thinking. Now, for the fields, what I could do is after I've done the harvest fully on the field I'm working on, is I could get in a baler, set up a side job or contract which has a tractor, and use that tractor to do what I need, harvest wise anyway, with obviously using the baler, taking the baler around, so I could just harvest up the straw and I could bring the straw back and stock it up. Now, the reason why I'd want to stock it up is because I am thinking of getting into, believe it or not, some animals. So these are a few of the things it would need. Cows. I haven't really got straw. I ain't got the hay, and I ain't got the correct food. I do have oats. I could easily get straw, or I could try and get sugar, which until the next season. Pigs, obviously, they eat quite a bit of everything. Sheep would go for grass or hay. Yeah, that's one thing. Chickens, I could go for the wheat, the barley, or the sugar, and obviously peas will be to the fields. So I'm kind of leaning towards the chickens, but I'm kind of also leaning towards the sheep, just for the fact of the the grass or the it's grass and hay. Okay, pretty sure that's hay. Okay, so it's grass or hay. One of the two. It's not actually on about straw. I thought it was on about straw. Dang it. Because straw, believe it or not, is actually that one. So it's grass or hay. I don't have either. Great. That's just typical. So it means I'd have to be using my seeds that I have harvested. So obviously at the minute I have wheat, oats and canola. Wheat I do have the most, so what would do well with wheat? Well, obviously chicken's going to be one of them. We all know chickens love wheat. Which throws out sheep completely. I could do with the pigs, don't get me wrong. I could probably do with the horses, which I've never done before. But I can't do the cows, so it's either horses, pigs, which, believe it or not, make quite a lot of manure, or the chickens, which obviously make a load of eggs. I'm not exactly sure which one to go for. 30, 30. In all honesty, I kind of want to go for the pigs, just because it's kind of different. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to need water at some point. Which means I'd have to plough the field down anyway a bit. Saying that it wouldn't be a bad idea. Or I could go for that. Unfortunately, I don't have a big area. Well, that's going to leave quite a mark. So obviously there's the water, which I'm guessing is on one side, and feeds on the other, and obviously getting the animals in. Or there's trying to get that pig's pasture, and then that one. I kind of just want to go for a pasture just to give them a bit of a try. Now chickens, obviously I could do it easily like that, but it leaves me a bit of problems. See, if I do this, I'd have to have the chickens about there-ish. But I want to clear that field out. Or do I put more at the front? See, it's a bit awkward because obviously wherever I go, I need to make sure I've got access to both parts of it. Yeah, quite a lot. Obviously, I need the money for it, which I haven't got at the minute because I need to do a bit of a sale. Because the other option is I'd leave it on that side, which again wouldn't be a bad idea. Unfortunately, I've got to think about the way the groundwork would go at some point, which is slightly annoying. Again, I'd have to get past the tree over there, which obviously I've not really thought out very well. Now, I know I'm going to get rid of this whole thing so I can change it completely. But yeah, technically I want to go for something small to start with. Oh no, that might not be a bad idea. Go for a small one to start with. No. See, that's a bit of a problem because it's about learning the ground. See, I need it to change the ground level, and it doesn't show me where anything would go, like where my excess would go. Yeah, the chickens does, so you can see where the chicken eggs would be at the front. Which leaves me a slight problem because I can't. Oh well, anyway, I'll think about it some other time. We'll get this field sorted out. But yeah, that's the kind of problem I've got going on about. Now obviously my strawberries have finally come out, my first lot. Huzzah! My first lot of strawberries. Now obviously I'm going to let that store up quite a bit on the strawberry part. Because I want to get quite a lot of supplies in. Now, again, I did mention this, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in the first episode, that I have looked at a few of the mods, and I'm thinking about getting the odd one or two. One of them would be like the power washer, so you can wash the vehicles, so it keeps them clean, nice. Which would be handy later on if I want to make sure my vehicles look a lot more proper and as if I was actually doing the farms like I would do. Now there is a mod called Super Tools. Now they have that Super Strength mod, which means I can lift actually pallets, I can lift the large bales, which normally most people in real life, would actually be able to lift a pallet or some stuff on, or at least they'd lift a bale of hay. 25 kilogram of bale of hay, you'd be able to lift up, throw into your wagon, whatever. Now most pallets in real life, people would either throw a pallet somewhere and then place the goods on top and then lift on with a forklift. Obviously where the game puts them, you're not able to really move them that well unless it's not got that much on it. So I may just get the Super Tools just for the Super Strength mod. That's the only part of it I would use. I know there's a few other parts to it which I could use, like you could fly with it, and I think there's a few others I'm not exactly sure, but I'd only use it for the Super Strength mod. Now, what's the other ones? There might be a few ones that I'd use for just to make the buildings look a bit better. Obviously, I'm not going to get anything that's too over the top, or anything that makes anything too easy. Now I know with a few parts of the game, now they may fix it, like the beehives. There is the distribution of the honey. When that gets placed, it can sometimes glitch the pallet, as it will sometimes glitch the pallet in the ground, which is a bit of a hard thing to get out. So if I can find it, I may get the auto loader or baler, whichever one it is called, just to load them onto a pallet, and I'll get just that pallet trailer just to get them glitched items out of the ground or off the ground and onto the trailer. That would only be a mod I'd consider getting if I have that problem. But I am going to try and do most of this without any mods. If I do get a mod, guys, I will say, and I'll show you the reason why I'm using it. But that's if and when that happens. Anyway, I'm going to have the hard worker go into their job to harvest that lot while I think about another contract now. Field 70s with that tractor. It feels like such a waste. Now this would be good. Field 7. Where is Field 7? Field 7's over here, and it wants me to deliver to where now? Oh right, that's going to cost me way too much. That's going to cost me. Why? Why both of them at the same? See, both Crest Valley. So the only way around it is I do both the jobs, get them both loaded, and then have them both go at the same time, because obviously they're both oats. Complete 2 jobs in one go, yeah, that'd be an interesting concept. Oh, you haven't done this field. You just have it's loaded in there. Field 7, field 29. Fertilise. Okay, let's just go for the herbicide one. Barred. Huh. Well, field 76. Okay, where's 76? Where's field 76? That is down here. See, I could try and do that one instead of them two over there. You know what? let's see. Bugger it, I'm going to do that one first. We're going to get this herbicide tank. Now, it's probably thinking I'm going to need a lot of herbicide, which I very much well doubt, but this has sometimes proven me wrong at times. Sometimes, not all the times. No, wrong side. Plus, technically, that other part is actually kind of like a counterbalance to the heavy weight on the back of this as well. There we go. So instead of weighing too much on one side, it weighs it out evenly. Yeah, just about. So I'm literally going to grab this, get it all the way down to where I have to go, which is field 61, as you can see, as it's flashing on the map down there. Flashing away as it always does. So I'm going to try and get down to 61 and get that job done as well. Now, obviously, doing these jobs will give you a bit of money. Obviously, if you hire staff, it does cost a bit to hire the staff. And unfortunately, some of these jobs do take quite a bit of time to do, sadly. Now, obviously, at some point, I want to try and get them two fields merged together, which I'm going to do. And I'll probably use either this tractor or a different one to try and do what I want to do. So we will fill up this herbicide. Oh, lovely. Let's hopefully I've got enough for all of this. I'm hoping I do. I'll be in trouble if I don't. Yeah, that'd be very worrying if I don't have enough for the whole field. Not that I shouldn't. And yes, I know I've got that field, that other field. There's another field which has a load of straw. And as you see, unfortunately, the animals don't take straw; it takes grass or hay, which is like. So I could always get them made into bales and then sell them. Kind of surprised they don't actually use straw anymore, because before they actually had straw. Weirdly, they don't now. Which is very weird, because before they would have straw. I'm pretty sure they did anyway. If not, I always put straw on them. Weirdly enough. So yeah. Now I know I could get a little lawnmower, quickly just cut out the front parts of the lawn, which obviously I own the land of. Get them baled up for some grass or hay, and then distribute them to wherever I need to. Which again isn't a bad idea to do. Like I said, I'm just trying to get this over so I can get myself sorted out, and hopefully, on it, yep, dang, yep. Obviously, I can cut across the field now. Obviously, like I said, narrow ties that these are. Now, if I was going through my field with the narrow ties, I could do, but I'm not, so I don't need to worry. Right, so I need to unfold it. And this is the field. Now, obviously, we need to try and make sure I get this measured out just right so I don't waste any in a spot. Now, you can lower this. Oh, wow, that went a bit further than what I thought. Okay. Again, actually, you can lower the spray so it goes down a bit more, but I usually have it lifted so I can actually tell what's going on and where it's working at. So before I start work, I usually, when I use the sprayer, I get it measured out just right. Yep. And I'm just going to hire someone to do it. I really don't want to, and I can't be asked. They'll make easier work. They'll just literally go in the line. I did have it measured just right, so it's going in a straight line. So it should go once up and down, and that's it. So that's herbicide. It should only do it. It should do it in two, one down, one up. I'm hoping. If it does it in three, then that's my bad. But yeah, this field shouldn't take too much. So by doing these three fields I've done, I should make some money from it all altogether. I'm hoping. No. No. You were supposed to keep going. Keep going to the ends. Then you turn off. you turn it around? Of course, because it can. Oh no. Oh my god, fold it. There we go. Right, so if I use the, I'm going to say electric post, aerial, I don't know, telephone pole, whichever you want to call it, as an idea. Right. So yeah, it's going to take 3. Okay. I'll keep quiet about that taking 3. And like I said, I can lower it, even while driving. It really doesn't make any difference if I lower it or not. It just means it's pushing down the crops more. That's what it's doing. But I want to see what it's going on or what it's doing. So that's what I'm having it up for. Just so I know. And it doesn't really damage the plants as much. Because it could. In theory. Oh, be that. Right, turn you around. One part of the field's going to get a bit more herbicide than the other. It's fine. Oh wow, that was a bit stuck then. Right, and then we're going to do that there. Okay. Now, obviously, having it lower down can make it get a bit stuck, as you just saw. It did make it a bit difficult doing anything else. In some ways, it helps you just to say, "Yep, I'm not going to turn that easy," and it makes the vehicle go a little bit slower. So you can make slight adjustments. Unfortunately, as you can see, it gets stuck pretty easy on the turn parts, which is very annoying. So I'm not going to do that. Can have it up. Get that job done myself. There we go. Gonna fold that in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this ready to the next field, or next to the next field, I should say. And I'm going to unload the herbicide for the next job, which will be at this field. Ding! Which, yes, will make my job a lot easier. Right, let me just do... Let me just rewind it back to here. Tink. Where is it? Unfold. Ah, there we go. It was in the front tank, that's why. So, we've now done that job. It's complete. So, we only make 678 collected. So, just from the few contract jobs we've done, we've made, just enough for paying for the wages of the staff, really. Hasn't paid enough for the herbicides yet, or the contracts at the same time, but the next one should pay for the herbicide and the contracts. Well, I say contracts, hiring of the staff. So if we do this one, obviously we're still not going to get a lot, but it should make just enough. So we're going to buy that again. Have it you on a hide, because obviously I have not got a trailer to get this, and I do not want to have this worker working even more than what they need. Hang on, let me just do... No, wrong way. Reverse it out. There we go. That's better. Now I'm not going to lose any plants at the same time. But yeah, you have to do quite a few contracts, really, before you start making money back from just anything you do. Now, plowing's not a bad way of going about it. If you know how to do it yourself, go for it, guys, okay? Me, I am just horrible at plowing, and it takes me forever doing it. So if you want to take on a plowing job, and you're going to have the AI do it, go with it. If you want to, guys, it's really up to you. Me personally, I don't like ploughing, so I try to avoid it as much as I can. So I usually hire a worker to do it. If it's an even area, I can sometimes do it. Other times it's like, yeah, no, I'm just really not in the mood to do it. So I'll just use something like a cultivator. But unfortunately, when it comes to contracts, you can't use something that they're not after. You've got to use what they want. So yeah. But I will try and get that ploughed, and I will try and get that field connected with that, and that whole field will be ploughed or cultivated. It really depends how it goes. Now, only ploughs are the one that work to make your fields bigger. What's the thing? I know there was one. Oh yeah. Now, obviously, saying that, because I wanted to, let me just do it this way. I want to be able to put in a road. Yes, I'm going to give this an example. Because obviously this road will be destroyed, I would have to turn that back into grass when I get that connected, so I can actually make a road come over here, believe it or not. Even though there's a bit of a pathway there, I will make this into like a road that goes behind here. But unfortunately, as you can see, land is not owned by you. Well, I'm pretty sure on the map part it is, so I can't make a road part look quite decent like it is here. And I don't really want to have to do a road that goes all the way around here to join back onto here to go out, because it kind of looks stupid in my eyes. Never know, I might do it anyway. But so yeah, I might get one that's, I think it's extended something or other. I can't remember, but when I do know, I will let you guys know as of a when for that mod or which one I get. But yes, at the moment I haven't got any. I prefer not to. On what's just gone on here? Oh, I was worried. I thought they'd just glitched into the ground then. And look at them strawberry. Oh, don't they look lovely? Oh, I could pick up the strawberry pallet. Oh, that's only because it's one row. Okay, so that's 165 kilograms. Okay, I'm surprised that's actually let me pick that one up. Usually it doesn't let me pick anything up like that. I know I've got no mods on. Because for one, if I had a mod on, it would let me pick this up, even though it's not a pickable block. Yeah. I know with the super strength mod, you can actually pick up the trailers. So I think you can pick up some of the trucks with it, which is like, really? Yeah, that's way too overpowered, or way too strong for a mod. Yeah, all I want to do is be able to pick up bales, which are reusable, or a few pallets, especially if they get glitched. Which would just make my life a little bit easier. So, yeah, like I said, I'm thinking about it, but I'll let you know when I do get them mods, and if and when I do. Right, so let's get this hooked up over here. Now, just in case anyone is wondering, obviously on PC, I can say this for definite, you can have a total of 3, yes guys, that's 3 contracts going. I'm not sure if that's the same for the console version, but I know you can have a maximum of 3, and I'll repeat again, 3, yes guys, 3 contracts. Which I might actually do a slight video on of how many you can actually have. But yes, I thought I'd let you guys know you can have 3 going at maximum. No more, no less. Now, unless they put in some sort of mod or something to change that, you can only have 3 of them going. Alright, I just want to try and get this job done. Oh, well, I want to get this field harvested. I want to sell this field so I don't waste cash, because obviously this field naturally isn't mine. Which is good, that's going down. Right, so let's fire this one up. Now see, for this one I don't get a front loader, because obviously the wheels are a lot further. It's actually got wheels and it's on the back more. Ah, it's connected, sweet. Now I do sometimes love to drive. Oh, I like that dashboard. Oh, I was looking at the dashboard so much I wasn't watching what I was doing. No, there we go. Wow, That does look nice. Unfortunately, I see too much of the back. Huh. Oh, I've got enough nice place to maybe have a cups in and drinks. Okay. Wow, this has a load of buttons. You just want to press every button to see what they do. Now, if I had something like VR, I probably would actually test to see what each of these did. And you guys were like, oh no, what do you think you're doing? I'm doing this to do what I need to do. Hey neighbor, bye neighbor. He's a nice guy, he is. He gave me candy floss. No, he didn't. But yeah, them NPCs are brutal when they're driving. They can take your own truck out. I bet they could take out a tank with them cars, the way they're going. I know they've thrown my harvesters in the air a few times. I was like, what on earth? Just because they wanted to get somewhere. I don't know. But you gotta give the guys who made this some credit. This looks absolutely amazing. Especially with how it all runs and works. I'm going to say they've improved it from, obviously, the 2019 version of Farming Simulator. Which, really well done, guys. They've made the maps look a lot bigger. They've really improved the graphics. Obviously, I don't remember them having any people moving around in the older version, so having actually people moving around is really nice. You did obviously have the vehicles moving around. Now, there are a few glitchy bugs here and there, don't get me wrong. They are probably working them out, and they'll probably have them fixed pretty soon, or soon enough anyway. A few of you may know what them bugs are, like anyone else does, so I'd assume they're going to have them fixed pretty soon, or they may have them fixed by the time this video comes out. Obviously, I'm getting as much recordings as I can done before I release the video. So what I'm saying right now may not be apparent anymore. And a lot of you are like, oh, what bugs do they still have? They still have more bugs? No, they may have fixed them. Now, I know a few people do ask the question, have they improved the AI? Yes and no. Yes, they have improved them. By much? That's what I'm going to say. In my opinion, And everyone would be like, oh no, what do you mean, They have and they haven't. Is the best way I can describe it. Yes, they have improved them. They are a bit better. Have they improved them enough? No. There's still things that they have to sort on them. They can be a bit finicky at times, like this tractor is with me. Come on. And just hire. I don't care. Just do the job. Just do the job for me. I just don't want to do with that. For spraying the fields, I'm pretty good at, but at the minute I'm not used to doing it. I'm more used to playing up with a controller than a PC, to be honest, guys. And this person goes, any old excuse, you can still do it. Yeah, but I ain't done it in a while. And still trying to get used to some of this stuff is a bit weird. Don't you give up. Don't you? There we go. Now you give up. Not beforehand, you... I'll do it myself. I don't like doing it this way because sometimes I'll use more than what I need to. That's the reason why I don't really do it myself. As you can see, I am still spraying around, getting this herbicide out. Come on, I want to save as much as I can. Now, obviously, the game will spray, or when it is spraying, you'll notice there'll be a slight difference. It wouldn't spray an area it's already sprayed herbicide on. Unfortunately for me, it's completely different. I still spray herbicide even if I've already sprayed that location, which is a bit annoying. But, as they say, it happens. Oh, very funny. I'm just going to spray this bit. No, it doesn't work like that. Saying that, my other worker has finished. I think it has. Yes, and I think they finished the whole field, which is good. Either that, it's already filled it all up. How has he already finished? There's no way that worker's finished that field, because he's still working it. Yeah, that contract's now finished. Awesome. Next to forward back in. Let me just check on the... No, not quite. They're saying about this farmer being done. Okay. Right, so I have a bit of herbicide left, as you guys can see. Now, it did mention about field 73, which I could maybe try and do. Now, how much do I get back? Not really. I would do that, but I'd have to buy a lot of herbicide to get that job done, in all honesty. Field 76. Yeah, I'm going to need another lot of herbicide for that job, which really isn't going to be a lot. Now, if I go to the finances, as you can see, now, obviously I'm still paying a worker to do the job, so the contracts has paid just for the herbicide and a bit of the workers. Obviously, most of that is for the harvester, so we're not going to count most of that lot of work from the harvester in. So we're going to say it was about 300. Whilst for actually the workers we actually have paid for, we might go up to 500 because they really didn't do that much. I ended up taking over, didn't I? So I saved about 500. So in order to get that, I'm only what, 400 short. If I was able to do the next contract, it might just pay for it all in one go. So say doing that, but then again, I'm paying for the herbicide again. So it's a rinse and repeat process. See, I would do these two harvesting ones, but it's a fact I have to get them to Crest Valley. Now, before we send this vehicle back, and I'll probably send the herbicide with it because I'm not going to need it. So, you know, I've basically paid for the herbicide and everything else by sending the vehicle back with a bit of herbicide in. So, I got my money back for it, I guess. So it's not too bad of a deal. So we've broken even just by doing 3 jobs. Now, like I'm saying, I'll just quickly go over this. To sell to Crest Valley, yes guys, to sell to Crest Valley, you have to. Now obviously you can see here, that is the west side of grain west. Which is repeated over here, grain pool east. Obviously grain pool east is to do the station on both sides. And as you can see there, there's a renter train and renter train. As you can see there, Crest Valley, Crest Valley. So it's on both sides. Now, see, what you'd do is you'd... Let me get the vehicle over here so I can then just stop right about here. There we go. And let me just sell that contract because I'm now done with that contract. So I'll get the bit of money back, and that's actually paid for all 3 contracts. Right, that vehicle's done. Bye, vehicle's done. So obviously you'd drop off your seeds or whatever you're selling here. If you need to, you can always just drop it off anyway. If you don't have a silo, you can just come to one of these 2 stations, drop off your seeds, and if you need to, you can pick them up here. Okay, so you can pick them back up, or you can drop them off. Hey, you're a harvester? No, you can drop them off inside here. I'll get my words right. And if you need to, you can collect them from there. I'll get it right, yeah. So you can collect from there. Drop-offs in here. And as soon as we're here, we'll collect that. So we'll collect a few of us. Hey, first of the harvesters. Sweet. And like I said in the last episode, I'm pretty sure that there's at least one at every one of these type of collection points. Or drop-off points, I should say. But yeah, anyway. I'm rambling. So let me get over here. So as you can see, you then have to rent the train. Now the train would come in, obviously near wherever you rent. Now there's one in the middle, and there is some here. Haha! So far my math is right there. Let's swing at every single one. So you'd come here, as you can see it says rent a train per hour. Well, obviously it takes a bit of time. Obviously it comes in from that direction. I've not seen it come in from that way yet when I've rented it, but I think it can do. And obviously it'll be on this track, same as the opposite is for the opposite side. And obviously what you'd do is you'd reverse, reverse or forward the train into whichever spot. Now obviously that's the dump off. That's the fill up. Now you can always come here with the trailer and dump off the stuff. But with a train, you'd obviously fill it up here. So you'd open the container or whichever slot on the train is open and fill up with the goods. And then you'd take it, believe it or not, you'd drive it to either one of the two sides, preferably the closest one. So if I was here, I'd drive up this way to the barrier, which is just over here, which we will get to momentarily. As you'll see, there is a barrier right here. When you hit this barrier, it will say, would you like to sell to Crest Valley? Which obviously you'd say yes, and the train would go off. And it would sell. And it stops you renting out the vehicle. Or the train, I should say. So, that's the little heads up on that one. Huzzah! We've now got that all harvested. Sweet. So, with that all harvested, I can now... Saying that, let me just sell that field back to them. Yes. Ha 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 ha! Right. What could I buy? Now I could buy that field and harvest it. Actually, I could probably buy them, well, that field there, and harvest them 2 grains. I'm coming humming and hawing because I want to try and get myself sorted out with a actual farm. Now I'm going to make sure I get the grain back first before I send the vehicle or the harvester back. Like I said, again, if I wanted to, I could try and get the straw, harvest it, and then sell it. I would actually keep it for the animals, but unfortunately the animals don't need straw no more, which is weird. Before, I'm pretty sure they did. It's weird they don't need them. That is a weird concept. That really doesn't make a difference there. And I couldn't prove that fact after doing the next episode when I get these fields with the harvester. So, obviously I've not really spent that much. Obviously I'm only still in the first month. I've only spent, well, a good 3 hours, as you can see, because I'm on real time, so I've only spent 3.5 hours on the game altogether. So I now have a bit of a choice. Now, greenhouses, as you can see, they'll make a bit of money over time. All you need is water and it to be on a plot of land. I know some people probably go overboard to get, I don't know, or say maybe this plot of land they'll probably get, what, as an estimate, I'm going to say maybe you could fit a 40 on this plot of land. I'm throwing it out there, just a guess. All you'd need is a trailer. Well, you'd need a water tanker trailer, or the water trailer, whichever you want to call it, which is that thing next to the greenhouse. A tractor to obviously move it, or some sort of vehicle to be able to move that. You can even use a forklift if needs be. Believe it or not, you can. What offers are there? Oh, that's not bad. Oh, baler. But that's for round bales, okay. That's for cut stuff, but it has to be thrown in. And that is for sugar beet. That's expensive. Sugar beet. Wow. But yeah, you'd obviously... I'll show you a bit better. So obviously you'd get the water tank. And you could get maybe a small tractor. Cheapest one maybe. I don't know if that would work. But maybe something like that. All you do is just get the water. And you'd basically just bring the waters in. You'd take a couple of goes. It may take you a couple of hours. But you get enough of these. Oh, so that's how... Okay, so I can move it like that. Oh, sweet. Strawberries I don't have to worry about. I can actually have it on one pallet. Sweet. So I can find out where I can sell use later on. Or some other point. But I'm going to try and stack you as best I can. I'm not the best stacker in the world. I do admit this, guys. Is there a way to rotate it? Meh, good enough. It works. Yay, strawberries. I got 2 pallets of strawberries. Which isn't a lot. That's only 300 litres. So I wouldn't make that much so far. I need a lot of strawberries to actually make any money. Wow. That's a really small amount of strawberries. But it's something. Now, it does mean you could just go in. I'll actually go over. Is it this? Actually, I'll go over to these doors and get in a bit easier. Now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can manage it in here. Now, I'm not sure if you have another large greenhouse, which one will go for which. So you could have, one greenhouse which would do strawberries, one would do lettuce, and another would do tomatoes. Now, I could have all three of them active. Getting tomatoes, lettuce, and strawberries all on the go. So it literally wouldn't make any difference. I'd just be using a bit more water a lot quicker. Which technically isn't a bad idea, but for the moment, just doing strawberries is my main option. Like I said, I could do tomatoes and the lettuce as well. I know a few people are like, well, you should do them, it make a lot more sense. Yeah, maybe to some degree. And I made a bugger move because obviously I didn't keep that tractor from the other job because I need to get a stoner to get this field stoned. It's removed. And obviously I need to get a plough in so I can get this connected with this. And obviously I need to make it go there and go a bit longer. And up the top here, will it connect perfectly? Yeah, it would connect perfectly. Yeah. Because then obviously I'd need to fertilise the field, I need to lime it. Yeah, it needs to be ploughed. And obviously, as some will know, certain crops you need to always plough afterwards. Unfortunately, I don't do sunflowers. I don't do sunflowers. No sunflowers. I don't do them. No. But yeah, I really want to get this farm sorted out a lot more and a lot better. Options. Obviously, I want to plough this because I don't do sugar beet. I don't want to do sugar beet. It just makes no sense. Now, I could just put grass on it and be done with it, to be honest. I'm not joking. I could literally just put grass and it'll be there. And it'll be done. I'll be like, yeah. What I mean by that is I could just go to there, go to grass, and I'd literally just paint that whole bit grass. Technically, again, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. I wish I could use one of these just to put down the dirt I need, but it doesn't work like that. Obviously, I want to put some fences in. Obviously, I'll be a bit later on once I get a bit more. See, hedges, hedge, see, hedge. I don't own it. Darn thing. Others, even some lights. Look at that, lights, big lights. And yeah, they do let off a lot of light. These do, which light up at night times. But yeah, I'm kind of unsure what to do with which fields. I know I want to get rid of this field and use it for something. I might put some oats on that field, or even oats on this one. Yeah, because obviously this field, believe it or not, isn't that. Well, as you know, it's a bit on a slope. As you can see, it is on a slope. It's not even. So anything I build on here is going to be sloped, or it's going to flatten it and have part of it sloped. So it's going to look a bit weird. Obviously, that part of the field is all even. So if I do anything, I think I'll probably put the animals on this bit for now. Actually, might not be a bad idea. Actually, you know what? Just saving it, just in case, because I know I'm going to make a mistake somewhere. Hold on. How have I got? I have no idea how that is seed-bedded, or even cultivated. I have no idea. Oh no, it's cultivated. It's not seed-bedded. Okay, sweet. You know what? We're going to do this instead. We are going to put grass. We're going to literally just put grass on it. I don't care. Yes, we're going to clear this out with just grass. I know that's getting rid of part of my cash. I know. And I know a lot of people are like, oh no, you could just do that. Yes, that's what you do for the grass. Right, animals. Do I go for saying that, chickens might be a good idea. again, I have to wonder where. So they go out that way. Okay, so I need to, believe it or not, make sure this is actually going to be kind of even, because obviously well, I could have it. I guess I could have it there-ish. Let me try and get that as even as possible. I say even, straight as possible. There we go. So that is straight. Now I could have it that this will get offloaded here, and I get a road from there to there. And while this is actually in place, and have the chickens around here, which wouldn't be a bad idea actually. So I'll do that. Let's put in some asphalt, dirt, gravel. I'm not exactly going to be one of the smartest ones for this, but yeah, well, what is it? Is it N? It is N to make it a bit smaller. There we go. That's a little bit better. Is it? And just to make it smaller, yeah. I know a lot of people are like, oh no, what are you doing? Why would you do it that way? It's just because I want to. There we go. It's a bit of a pathway. Right, now animals. Now, sheep, I ain't got any grass or hay. Horses, I'm going to say no. Cows, I'm going to say no. So it leaves me with pigs. Ooh, wow. Well, that's not exactly one of the best things. Now, the pigs I could have over here. Unfortunately, it doesn't show me. I mean, as you guys can see, it doesn't show me where the pigs, outlets are. Because I'm pretty sure I can get some stuff from the pigs. I think it's most manure. Some way sheep would be better because obviously grass, straw, and some water. Water. Now I could go for a large pen, which isn't a bad idea. Let's see. So that shows you where the wool would come at. Then it leaves me with the problem of where do I put the food in? Because obviously the food has to be deposited in the back end. So in some ways I'd have to do it like that. Which is kind of weird. It would actually. Will it let me place there? No, it's now saying it's overlapping. Yeah. So I'd have to put in something back here-ish just so it fit. And again, it's not going to look the greatest, is it really? See, now there's not a bad idea. But it's going to be kind of close to that one. Dang it. You know what? If I'm fitting the pigs around here, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to fully complain. I am going to fully complain. That blocks the road up though. This is a problem. This is one of them problems. Ah, see, it's going to make slurry, isn't it? That's why fertilizer. So that was the only thing pigs are going to make is slurry. So what it seems like it's going to make is just slurry. It doesn't tell you what it's going to make, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to make slurry by the looks of that. Horses you basically sell. Cows will make milk, obviously, and sheep makes wool. Technically, I want sheep. Meh. Or do I go for a smaller one? Actually, a smaller one might not be a bad idea. Right, so that would want a See, if I have it that way, I could dispense the stuff at the back. But it's going to make me feel awkward because, obviously, where does it... You see, it's at the front then. It's not really showing where it dispenses anything, which is, again, very upsetting. It does there, but nowhere else. Okay, so if I had that about there-ish, that looks fine. Now I'm turning it around here. Thing is, that would leave me a problem. Can I get my vehicle in at that spot? I could. Just going to look a little bit. Off though, slightly on. Let me just make sure this is even with that. Which it is. So I'll get myself even. Just let me turn down here. Put it down there. Right, so I can get some sheep. Means I'm going to have to buy the hay and straw. Sadly, I'm going to have to buy it. Did I make the right choice in putting them both there? Chickens. You know what? I can walk down here. Oh, I should be able to walk down here. Ah, so chicken coop. Also, we'll have chickens. So, oh, I can open it. Okay. So, it takes 2 months to start reproducing. Age 6 months and they can start reproducing. So, okay. So, they're newly, new. Obviously, they're aged. Obviously, that's a newborn as well. Obviously, there's a transport fee unless I actually have the animal myself. And over here, ooh, yeah, feed, okay. I guess I can. Where's the hire for the? So that's the food. Ah, there we go. And this is where they get brought in. Oh wow. So, okay, so new, aged, new, aged, new, aged, new, and aged. Okay. So I now have to think, and yes, just in case you think I'm going to go back, I'm not. I'm going to say this right here. Yes, see? Saving it, guys. And what I now have to think about is what on earth I'm going to do. Right, chicken coop. Nope. Barn. Nope. Production. Nope. So I need to know what food is in which ones. That's going to be a no. Least ones, right? Let's send them back. Yes. Return. Bye. Return. Yep. Bye. Yeah, that's going to give me a huge problem now because obviously I now need to get these down here. obviously I'm going to need to be able to stock food up, aren't I? Yep, and probably water now, my luck. Now getting the bales aren't going to be a bad thing. Chickens, again, it's not going to be a bad thing because I can just get the feed and do that. Right, so I'm going to dread this, aren't I? Yep. Right, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there. And you're like, what? You're going to leave? Yes, I'm going to leave it there because obviously I'm going to do a different episode on my farming for chickens and sheep. And hopefully it goes pretty well. Obviously, I'm going to still do my strawberries, which are over there, which are going to be growing up very slowly. Yay! I got strawberries. I can start making a field. Yum. And yum. We can have a strawberry patty. Yeah. Oh dear, I am going to lose my mind, aren't I? Yep. Anyway, guys, hopefully what I've done. Oh dear. You'll be laughing about. I know a few of you will be banging your head going, why is he doing it like that? Why? Why is he doing that? He's not doing it. Why? Trust me, it should work. It should work. I hope it works. Anyway, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves. Hopefully you've had a laugh at my expense. Yes, I got a bit of work done. And I've got myself a farm sorted. Let's just hope I have done the right thing. Hopefully. Anyway, guys, I'll see you all on the next episode. All you enjoy yourselves and happy farming. Bye for now, guys.